let's have a moment for my jacket, shall we? Let me bring it over to this side so you can see it a little better. I'm so excited to show off this jacket that does have a bit of a story. Come, please. Actually, come join me up here. I am wearing this jacket thanks to the amazing Aditi. Do you want to share a little bit about this jacket?
Thank you for rocking it first. And thank you for the opportunity. I'm Aditi, I'm the founder of POV Label. We make functional and purposeful workwear for women, and it's my personal mission to end pockets inequality for women, so everything has pockets. Thank you.
Yes, and let me tell you, you know how you buy a jacket and they put the fake flap? It's not real? Not this. This is a legit pocket, people. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce everyone. Let me get off this stage, but I did want my jacket to have a moment.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, I'm here to talk about the Be Bold Girls program today. It's an incredible youth leadership development program for girls, by girls, and it is designed to inspire and equip them to use their voice, talent, and agency to drive real change in the society. Over the past year, I've had the chance to engage with this program in many different ways. I first met these girls at the boot camp, where I had a chance to share my entrepreneurial journey, where a small frustration, personal frustration, turned into a full-blown company, and then, we learned about starting from scratch. And then in a little bit of a twist, I also got to teach them salsa, because believe it or not, leadership is all about rhythm, taking risks, and moving with each other. More recently, I had the privilege of being a coach for the Change Maker Challenge that these girls have participated in. And I mentored them through the challenge, but honestly, I was the one that was wowed by their ideas, by their inspiration, and their drive to, just like go out there and start, making a difference. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to the Be Bold Girls and the Changemaker Challenge winners. Let's do a round of introductions. Tell me your name, your age, and what you love about Be Bold Girls.
Hi, my name is Mehek. I'm 15 years old, and what I love about Be Bold Girls is that it's helped me gain confidence in myself, especially in front of big spaces like this.
Hi, my name is Charvi, and I'm currently 16 years old. Something I love about Be Bold Girls is being able to connect with everyone, whether it's through volunteering or going to workshops.
Woo!
Hello, my name's Ariel, and I'm 16 years old. What I love about Be Bold Girls is everything that I get to learn from all the experienced professional mentors through what they share in their personal stories or when they're speakers at our workshops.
Woohoo!
Hello, I'm Jessica, and I'm currently 17 years old, and what I love about Be Bold Girls is being able to share and listen to stories of confidence and resilience about my peers.
Hi, my name is Melody. I'm 16 years old, and what I love about Be Bold Girls is finding a supportive community that helps, that I can share my ideas with.
Woo!
Hello, my name is Rasha, and I'm 16 years old, and something I love about Be Bold Girls is it gives me opportunities to not only share my passions, but also gives me opportunities to make change in my community.
Wow. All right. Are you all ready to hear the winning pitches of the Changemakers Challenge? All right. Who wants to go first? Charmi, do you want to go first? Oh, I should have factored in the mic position, but never mind.
So our pitch was called Pink Facts. So basically what Pink Facts is we created a website talking and creating awareness for pink tax. And for those who don't know what pink tax is, it's when companies raise prices on women's products. For example, if there's two shampoos, both the same exact product, but one's made for women and one's made for men. The women one is just more expensive, which we felt was really unfair. So we decided to create a website. And in our website, we had two key aspects. One of the key aspects was we created an algorithm where we and people who wanted to go and see like other companies who were doing this and like how we can fight this. And the next key aspect that we had is we decided to do like story spotlights where we would share about people's experiences on this and people who are fighting the same cause.
Wow. Guys, which of us knew about the pink tax when we were 16? I was barely washing my hair. Melody, you want to go next?
Of course. So our nonprofit that Rasha and I co-founded is called Heartfelt Co. And what Heartfelt Co does is we donate DIY art kits to hospitalized children. So this was inspired by my personal experience. Unfortunately, I've been hospitalized many times and I've had lots of surgeries, and I've just noticed that being in rooms with more art really helps me heal, and it helps me find a connection to the outside world. So that's why we've developed Heartfelt Co, and we've actually already started. We've had a fundraiser, and we've raised over $1,000.
And I think what we're missing, because it's not written over here, is Heartfelt has the ART in caps. So it's like also very visceral. Thank you for sharing that. There were obviously a lot of really good ideas in this Changemaker Challenge. I'd love to hear from Jessica if there was anything else that stood out to you.
Yeah, of course. Well, I heard all these amazing ideas. They seem so awesome. But one I was really inspired by was the Reflexion Smart Mirror. It was proposed by Aphomia, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us tonight. But her idea was really amazing. It was like a mirror, like a handheld mirror that you could bring with you throughout the day, and it would be able to test and scan your mood, your mental and physical health, and then also be able to give you suggestions or affirmations throughout the day. And I really thought that was such a good idea, and I feel like a lot of people can benefit from it.
I know I can. Thank you. Cool. Moving on to the co-founders of the Be Bold Girls program, Ariel and Jessica. Would you like to share a pivotal moment in the last 3 years of you, being a participant and key player in this?
I think for me, one pivotal moment that will always stay in my memory was my experience with the mayor of Bellevue. So a few months ago, I reached out to her in hopes to connect and tell her a little bit about my program. So me and a few of my fellow student ambassadors, like Jessica and Sharvi, we presented Be Bold Girls to her, and she was actually so inspired. She ended up tearing up, and she just gave us such wonderful feedback and connection opportunities. So she then invited us to attend the City Hall's Women's Leadership Conference, during which not only were we able to meet and hear from some of the most talented and accomplished female leaders, she also gave us a shout out in front of like hundreds of people. And I feel like it was in that moment, with so many people voicing their support for us in our program, that I truly felt like I was really accomplished, and I saw the impact that Be Bold Girls has on empowering me and so many of my free fellow younger girls into creating real change, and it just makes me so much more excited for what's to come.
That's wonderful. Jessica?
Yeah, definitely a pivotal moment for me was realizing the impact that we have on younger audiences, because I clearly remember this was like the first year that we launched Be Bold Girls, and during our first couple workshops, I met this girl. She was very sweet, and she was shy and a little hesitant to participate, and I kind of like worked up the courage to go talk to her, and I kind of encouraged her to join in, and then she was able to open up, and we became good friends actually, and she told me a couple workshops later that Be Bold Girls, like the program really helped build her confidence, and it really like taught her public speaking skills, a lot of different skills. And now like 2 years later, she is actually the deputy assistant for the social media team. And I'm just so proud of her, and seeing this transformative experience just firsthand really showed me how impactful our program is.
Wow. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is. Before we leave, I think I'd just like the girls to talk about, the audience is really curious, I can tell. Could you talk a little bit about what is different about the Be Bold Girls program and why do we need it? We can start from there. Yeah.
Yeah, so something about Be Bold Girls that I think is different from other programs is that it's specifically targeted towards girls. And so that might not seem like a big point when I say it to you right now, but in my time as a student, I've noticed that there are so many programs around that don't really target these specific challenges that women may have and give them the opportunities to spark that change. So Be Bold Girls gives those opportunities and has these supportive communities to make sure that girls in our communities have the opportunities to not only learn that other leaders like them are making change, but giving them their own opportunities to make change.
Here, here.
I think what makes Be Bold Girls different for me is just the tight-knit community. I felt very supported even on the very first time I entered the room. I've been to networking events in different states, in California, and I've always felt so scared going into these programs and seeing all of these adults and even people my age can be really nerve-wracking to talk to at many points. But coming into Be Bold Girls, I just felt very supported. I felt immediately welcomed by everyone in the room, and that was really great to see.
Lovely. Jessica?
Yeah, so definitely I love how we're unique in that we are so supportive and we are being able to create a platform for all these wonderful students and girls. And I think something that was really rewarding for me was being able to work closely with actually a professional marketing manager, and I was able to apply real life skills, and also I created some content and posts for our social media, and that's just really a rare opportunity that you can't really see in high school. So yeah.
Absolutely.
I think for me, what makes Be Bold Girls different from all of the other nonprofit organizations is all of our opportunities to have a hands-on experience. Ever since we began this program in our pilot 3 years ago, and it was just a middle school forum with me and a few of my friends, to where it is now, it's reached over, I think, 700 plus girls all over Washington. Woo! Yeah, but we've had an opportunity to incorporate our own feedback into every aspect of the experience. So all of our adult leaders like Nikki, Stella, and Nicole, they're always so supportive, and you can tell they genuinely care about our opinions. So they support us in helping us develop our feedback into the entire Be Bold Girls experience. And I think that Be Bold Girls just truly embodies the statement that change can be made for girls, by girls, one step at a time.
So something that differentiates Be Bold Girls for me would be the opportunities that I've received through this program. For example, whether it's leading a team or meeting the mayor or even just going ahead and volunteering at places like Mary's Place, these are things that I don't receive at a normal high school. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel Be Bold Girls is special because it creates a safe space for girls to share their opinions, ideas, and ask questions without any judgment. And it's a supportive unconditionally, an environment for us to just freely express our thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you all suitably impressed, or should we get 700 more testimonials for you? All right, so now that you are, there's a QR code here on your program outside. You cannot miss it. This is a volunteer and funding-led program, so you know what to do, right? There's also a booth outside. There are some really interesting swag that the girls have made by hand. Go take a look. Do your thing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.